What is cranking fishaholics? Yeah, by the looks of the picture outside you guys just saw moments ago, yeah, it's snowing pretty good out there, but you know what, when I live up north in a cold climate like here in Michigan, that's what I gotta get used to. And not only is it snowing pretty good, but it's actually really windy out, and so far the roads aren't too nice. We were gonna pick up my mom's car earlier, but I think we might try that tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out anyways. Anywho though, so starting off today's video, I know you guys can tell I'm not fishing, but I want to go over something with you guys pretty important here. And I did mention that, I guess I did bring it up in one video a couple months ago, but maybe a lot of you guys probably don't remember it. So I'm just going to cut to the chase and we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so now into what I have decided to do with you guys. I have, for a few years, for 2 or 3 years, I was using a bass bait company called Guggen, and I think a lot of people that do bass fishing are pretty familiar with Guggen Squad. And for a few years, I was using their Guggen baits, and I was catching a decent amount of bass on them off and on once in a while. And last year, during the early start of the bass season, I did land my personal best smallmouth on the Guggen bait Saucy Swimmer, and that smallmouth was almost 7 pounds, and that was by far the biggest one I've ever seen. It was absolutely an absolute tank. This past off season though, I've kind of actually been having some thoughts about maybe making a switch over. Now, 6th Sense has been around as far as the late 2000s, and I've heard a lot of really good stuff about their usage of their products, whether it's their jigs, their hard baits, or their soft plastics. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the products by 6th Sense that I'm planning on trying out for this year's 2025 bass fishing season, and see if I actually like these products by 6th Sense, and maybe I'll actually permanently stick with these guys. So first one, I got a few of their jigs that I got in the mail over the last few months. So the first one right here, it's this beauty one right here. That one is the Divine swim jig. I am so sorry about that, everybody. And obviously the details on this thing, it's absolutely realistic looking, including the jig head. I don't know if the camera quality can capture that, but it is absolutely wicked looking. Holy cow, that is absolutely incredible. It's lifelike, and this variant right here is called Grass Smash. So this thing is designed to literally get thrown into shallow waters with some vegetation, and hopefully, yeah, something big will take a bite out of it. And of course, it doesn't hurt to add a trailer bait on there. And like I said, I do have some other soft plastics with me here, so we're gonna take a look at those in a moment. So that one's one of the few ones by 6th Sense. Now, this jig was the first one I actually purchased. It was last summer, I believe. Was it last summer? I don't know. Last summer or last spring. Anyway, this is the Divine. This one is the hybrid jig by 6th Sense, everyone, and this thing is kind of like the all-purpose jig right here. You could literally pitch this thing, cast it, or even just, you know, do a swim trailer for it. This thing is like the go-to one right here, and I can't remember what variant this one is. I think this is Green Pumpkin Blue Magic, I believe. I'll have to take a look on their site again to be sure. But yeah, this is the first one that I actually had purchased by 6th Sense. So that's pretty wicked looking, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was fixing the camera lighting right there. Looks like it's starting to go out. Now, the most recent jig that I purchased from 6th Sense, this one's a very interesting one. I don't recall ever seeing one of these on the fish market. Maybe there is a couple of brands out there that might do rip-offs from 6th Sense that do this kind of jig, but this one right here in particular, this one is called an axle jig. Now, if you guys don't know why it's called that, the jig head right here, it literally rotates. That's why it's called an axle jig. It's got a loose axle on it, and it kind of makes it pretty easy to rig on and off your trailer bait on here, which is kind of cool. And this is kind of more like, I guess, a pitching jig too you can do as well, since it's got a loose axle with it. You can kind of give it a little twitch up and down if you guys wanted to on the floors, on the bottom floor. But yeah, I forgot what, God, I can't, I'm sorry, I do apologize to you guys. I don't have the greatest memory, so I don't remember what color variant this is, but this looks like something to do with green pumpkin of some kind here. But anyways though, those are the few jigs that I got from 6th Sense, and I believe in the mail I have another one that's coming, supposed to arrive any day now, so I'm excited to show that one eventually. But So now, on to moving with the crankbaits. Okay, so now getting into the good one right here. This is what I'm going to show you guys right off the bat right here. This is the 6th Sense Cloud series. Yeah, this is the C10 size right here, C10 right here. This variant, everybody, is called Ghost Pro Shad. Don't know if the camera quality is gonna catch that, but that's totally cool. But the coloration on this thing is absolutely wicked, and it's sort of almost kind of see-through, like ghost-like. It's kind of hazy. So, and this thing is gonna be good for like literally throwing this thing in like clean water, like down at that local marina where I do catch some smallmouth. That area is gonna be like perfect for chucking this thing out there, catching some smallmouth. Okay, and now the next one moving on to, and I only have a few of crankbaits from 6th Sense because right now my budget's pretty tight. But anyway, so now moving on to this one. This one is a flat one right here. We got a flat crankbait right here. This is the 75X, well, Crush 75X right here, everyone. And this one is called the Brown Eye Special, and this actually got me intrigued to buy from the one and only Mr. Ben Milliken. And that thing just looks like firepower right there. So tossing this thing in dirty water, it's gonna be wicked. And I got some confidence in this thing. This thing looks like something that would definitely want to inhale that. So yeah, definitely gonna go ahead and actually, yeah, when I go fish up shallow, up in the bays, where there's like, it's kind of murky, this is the bait right here I'm gonna be tossing in. Alright, so now down to my third and final 6th Sense crankbait, everyone. The holy grail right here, everyone. I got the 6th Sense 300 DD right here. And you guys probably don't know, if you guys don't know what the DD stands for, it means deep diver. So this thing is designed to go down deep depths of like 20, maybe even, yeah, like 20 feet deep. So, and unfortunately, since I don't have a boat, there's a chance I'm probably not going to get out into deep water a whole lot for this year. You know, if I get a hold of a buddy of mine that wants to go fishing, but I'll go ahead and definitely going to hang on to this for the future. And this variant, by the way, you guys, I forgot to mention, this variant is called Shad Candy. And yeah, it literally is, and the reason it's called Shad Candy because this thing, it looks exactly like a shad. And that's one thing big bass love to eat, is some good sized shad. And it's like candy to them. So alright, that is all the 6th Sense crankbaits that I have in my possession, but who knows, maybe down the road if I have a lot of success with these guys, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll get some more. Other baits, hard baits, I only got one other hard bait besides crankbaits by 6th Sense, everyone. I actually purchased this at a sporting goods store last spring. And it was kind of got my attention, you know, and this was back when I was not really into using 6th Sense at the time, but just the color variant, this thing was beautiful looking. And this here is one of the Provokes series by 6th Sense right there. And this variant is called Rayburn Ghost. Now, there's obviously a few different variants of the Provokes out there. I don't know exactly which one this was, because I purchased this thing like over a year ago. So I don't remember which it is, so I do apologize for that. And also, by the way, if you look carefully, you guys can probably tell a piece of one of the treble hooks is missing, because apparently when I had this thing rigged on, I believe it was either my casting or spinning rod, one of the two, but apparently one of the hooks got caught into my leather seat and the hook was already past the barb, so unfortunately I had to get pliers and cut it out. But nonetheless though, we still got a lot of other hooks on there, and I haven't caught anything on this baby yet, but I'm not giving up just yet. So like I said, I'll probably chuck this thing out onto the water in the shallows this coming spring when the bass start coming up. Still got a little hope for this beauty queen right here. And like I said, this variant, by the way, is called Rayburn Ghost. So if you guys want to check out some of the Provokes, well actually, you know what, not just these jerkbaits, if you guys want to check out the crankbaits as well, I'm going to leave the 6th Sense website down in the description so you guys can check out all of these products that they did absolutely amazing with right here. We have gotten all the hard baits out of the way. And now this is where I get really interested right here. So we are going to get into the soft plastics here. Oh boy. Yeah, here we go. So So we got a few of these in my hands right here. And I got some swim baits here. And by the way, I don't know if I told you guys in the video a couple months ago, but I actually bought these last fall to try them out. And I actually did catch a couple bass on these bad boys. So, the Divine swim baits, highly recommend. This size is 3.2 inch, and this variant is called the Live Shad. So I highly recommend you guys pick up the Live Shad because it literally looks exactly like an actual living shad. Alright, and this little sack here, there's a couple baits in here that I'll show you guys in a moment. So first one we're going to get out of the way, everybody. This one right here is called the Krub 3.0 right here. That's right, the Krub 3.0. And this variant right here says it on the back, Green Pumpkin Pro. Now the reason it's called the Krub is because it's basically a tube bait, but it's the shape of a craw. Literally, it's the body design of a craw. And literally, I think you can rig this thing if you want as well, and then you guys can kind of like do some little hops with this thing and some casting as well. And yeah, it looks awesome looking. Like on the top of it, you got that like classic green pumpkin, and then on the underside, there's a bit of a purple right there, you guys. I don't know if the light can catch that, but there is some purple under there. Yeah, that is awesome. And now the problem is, well, there is no problem. I was gonna say there was, but there isn't. Now the reason it's called the 3.0 is because basically they're 3 inches long, so they're very, very small. But I have heard these guys can do some good catching, some nice bass. And listen, like these little Krubs as well, they make pop sounds when you squeeze it together. Don't know if the camera quality can catch this. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's down, and now on to the next one. This one has become very, very popular of the soft plastics by 6th Sense. We have ourselves the 3.8 inch Congo Craw. That's right, the Congo Craw. Now this one is like the multi-purpose soft plastic you can use. You can either Texas rig this thing, or you can rig this on a jig trailer, and you guys can pitch this thing as well. It's awesome looking. And this one, that variant I got, is the Mud Belly Burst. And yeah, like I said, kind of like the Krub, it's got the body design exactly that of a craw. I mean, literally, especially towards the very rear end of it, it looks exactly like a craw, a little bit of a flap with its tail there. So yeah, this is awesome. Obviously, it's got very, very dark coloration on the top, but then on the underside. So, like I said, I have not tested out most of the other soft plastics besides those little 3.2 swim baits. So all of these products I will be trying out this year. And I'm actually curious about them, see if they live up to the hype. Alright, so now onto the next one here. This one is called the 3.7 inch Bongo. And we have the variant color is the Crawfish Crunch. Okay, that actually is a pretty cool name, Crawfish Crunch. By the details of this thing and the design of the bait, it's clearly designed to be a trailer bait. So I could literally rig this onto on a chatterbait or a swim jig, and the little legs right here, they'll just be kicking right up, right in there into the water and giving it some action. Whew, that is pretty awesome here. And of course I do have a chatterbait myself, but it's not by 6th Sense. Anyway, so, and like I said, everybody, I am going to leave the website to 6th Sense down in the description. If you guys want to check any of these stuff out, they will be on there. So, and now we are down to, alright, so this next one, everyone, is like one of the classics by 6th Sense, everybody. And that one is, right here, the Stroker Craws. Right here. This is the 3.3 Stroker Craw. This is one of the classic soft plastics by 6th Sense. The variant coloration, you guys, is pure black. That is literally amazing. Absolutely gorgeous looking. Yeah, kind of it is a little similar to a Guggen Bandito bug, but I feel like this thing is gonna get some more hammering done. That's gonna get me some more bites. It might be, you know what? Maybe it might be just as good as the Guggen Bandito bug. I'll find out later on this year to see if it actually lives up to the hype. Even though I've heard a lot of people say it does, but you know, it's different. Every experience is different for everybody, and not everyone is meant to use the same stuff. You know, when it comes to fishing, everybody uses different, you know, companies and baits, all that kind of stuff. But all this though, I've heard so much about, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give all this stuff a try for this year. Alright, so we got down to a couple more baits, and by the way, 6th Sense was nice enough when I ordered a few of their crankbaits a few months ago. They actually sent me this little sack right here with all my goodies in. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to definitely hang on to this if I'm going to put some soft plastics in there for the future. So alright, now to my last two, everyone. We got, I showed you guys the 3.2 inch Divine swim bait. Now, we got the 3.8 inch Divine swim bait. And variant coloration is the same as the 3.2 inch. It is the live shad. I got both live shads in 3.2 and 3.8. It's amazing in size comparison, the difference between the 3.2 and the 3.8. I feel like I'm gonna try and toss these big ones definitely out in deep water, and who knows, maybe I'll land a humongous smallmouth with these bad boys. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely try those out this spring. And then last but not least is another pretty popular soft plastic by 6th Sense, and that is the Divine Shaky Worm. Don't know if the camera can catch the title of it, but this thing is one of the best on their website. This is the 6.3 inch Divine swim bait. I think they have bigger ones as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got the 7 inch as well. And this color variant, you guys, is called Dark Melon Red. Alright, now, like I said, kind of like, now this is one of the first 6th Sense soft plastics I actually purchased. Believe it or not, I actually purchased another pack of shaky worms. I think it was a couple years ago. It was the Dark Water Bug that I actually purchased, and I don't know why, I just couldn't get anything to bite it. Not even smallmouth, pike, none of them. I don't know, maybe it was the time of year as well, because it was like very early September, and up here, usually once we get into September, the temperatures start to cool down. But I don't know, maybe the fish were also just kind of having a lazy day. You know, that's how bass are. Bass are known for being pretty lazy fish. But who knows, when springtime comes around, I think we'll actually get some really good action. Alright, now I'm sure some of you guys are probably tired of me talking, and listen, I don't blame you. But yeah, these are all the stuff that I got from 6th Sense. And I am going to be doing a lot of stuff. Hold on, it's amazing, you guys. I cannot wait to try all this stuff out. I gotta show you all of them together in one shot real quick. But yeah, so like I said, if you guys want to get some of this stuff on 6th Sense, go ahead and check out their website in the description as well. So I gotta also give a shout out to my friend Kyle, who actually talked me into trying and doing a switch to a different brand, into 6th Sense. So, and he's told me he's had a lot of luck with using their stuff, so who knows, maybe I'll have a lot of luck myself too. So 2025, hopefully we can get a whole lot more action than last year. So yeah, that's going to be all the stuff I'm going to be trying out, everybody, by 6th Sense here for 2025. Let me know what you guys know in the comments down below. How much experience have you had with 6th Sense? Are they like really awesome? Are they okay? Or are they just, you know, kind of like the same old? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just conclude this video, everybody. And I am super excited for the 2025 bass fishing season, even though it's not like for another, at least like 2 or 3 more months. But I'm just really anxious to get out there because I've been seeing people already starting to catch some bass already down in the southern part of the country, and it just actually kind of gets me a little bit anxious to just start getting out there already. But even though we still got so much snow and a lot of ice, I just got to go ahead and just take one day at a time. But my time will come soon, everyone. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just shut this video down, and let me know in the comments below, like I said, what you guys' thoughts are on 6th Sense. And I'm going to go ahead and just end this video, everybody. I'll see you guys hopefully pretty soon to back out there with my lines in the water.